Hi, and hello, and good morning, and autumn is here, it seems. Wow. So, another session Q&A. Everything you always wanted to know about Feng Shui, send me your questions. And yeah, I hope you're all doing fine. You're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed my latest videos. And you just need to let me know what else you want to know. I have some really good ideas for also the series Spot on Feng Shui, Introduction to Feng Shui, that will carry on now. And yeah, send me your questions and I'm here. I received one about what we call the power position. So, what is the power position? Somebody asked me that they've been told you should not sit with your back towards the door when you're working. Yes, actually, you shouldn't. The thing is, and this is why the other position where you're facing the door, like I am right now, um, is called the power position because you are in power. You are able to see what's happening out there. So when you're sitting with your back towards the door, you kind of don't rule the room. You don't rule what's going on. But when you're sitting with, I mean, you don't have to sit straight opposite the door. I'm not sitting straight opposite the door, but when the door is open, it's not right now, but when the door is open, I can actually see what's going on out there. And this comes from back in the days when we were in danger of getting attacked. And Feng Shui a lot is about how to avoid getting attacked. So you can see I can now see what's going on out there. So won't be surprised. And also people can see me. It's more of an exchange. The thing is that it's all about the power position as in ruling the room. The same applies in your living room. So this is why most people don't actually have the sofa standing so that your back is towards the door. Some actually do. It depends on the position of your room. There are some, not rules, but you will feel more or less secure or insecure, and you will feel the difference. But what I want to make you aware of is, for instance, if your kid's desk where he or she is making his or her homework is making him or her sitting with the back towards the door, and you wonder why he or she is fidgeting, is not concentrated, is not getting anywhere, that is probably because of that. Kids are very, very, very sensitive. And I had this case where my mom called me in and I bought this really nice desk and look, and it's all nice and great. I said, and what does the kid do? Yeah, she mostly lies on the ground. And I said, show me how she lies. And she showed me how she lies on the ground making her homework. And she actually did, facing the door. So I told her that. I said, we need to move the desk. And we found a good position for the desk. And there was no discussion about doing homework and all of these things anymore. And by the way, if your kid does that, for instance, on the ground or in one corner of the room, there is probably a reason for it. So ask him or her and talk with them. It could be that it's a really creative position for them. There's nothing right or wrong. It's just where you can make your child more comfortable in their space. And the same is for offices, of course, like me right now, and the same applies to the living room. So if you are able to see, or at least have a glance at the main entrance, at your entrance door, for instance, from your living room place, you are in a much more secure position as if you're facing your back towards your entrance. That, of course, doesn't apply if you can see your entrance way through the window and you're facing the window. Then you're again ruling the room. And that goes back to really, that's the story every Feng Shui teacher tells probably. Back in the days when we were living in caves. So the most secure space was in the back of the cave with the back towards the wall, because you could see who or what is coming in, and you had more time to actually grab your weapon or whatever you have to defend yourself. So a lot of the stuff, what's going on, is coming down to basic instincts, very basic instincts. And the power position is one of those things. And another room where it applies, it's actually the bedroom. So usually the rule of thumb is that the female sleeps further away from the door and the male more towards the door. Um, let's change it. Let's say the more young personality sleeps towards the door, and the more yin personality sleeps towards the window. Okay, so I don't want to really fix that on male or female. I really want you to become more aware that it's about yin energy and yang energy. So the yang energy sleeps more towards the door. If for some reason the yin energy person would sleep towards the door, then it's really important to have his or her bedside table make him or her strong. And that is a personal thing. So whatever makes you strong, put that on your bedside table. And another, because we're already in the bedroom, and I did a video about bedroom, but I forgot one thing. There's this discussion going on in some cultures that you shouldn't sleep with your feet pointing towards the door, because this is the dead man position. This is how you get carried out of the door. Okay, if it's in your culture and you believe it, you should follow it. I personally prefer the position where my feet are pointing towards the door, because again, survival instincts, basic instincts, I want my head to be as far away from the door as possible, because it gives me more time to react if something or someone intrudes and comes in. I have much more time to react. I feel much safer when I'm actually with the head away from the door. And then we come to another point that maybe we could do a session in itself about, that is our personal auspicious directions, which stem from our year of birth and our agenda. So for instance, with this desk that I'm having in this office here, I've moved this desk. Every time I come in here, I move the desk around because someone else is also using this office and wants the desk in a different direction, towards my auspicious directions. And that we probably could do a session just about that. Yes, I make a note of that. That's cool. So this is the power position, really how to rule the room. How do you see what's going on? And having a wall in your back is always good. That's why we also like chairs with higher backs in our office and all these things. So this is one of the big points, really. And also in your home, that you are in power, that you're in charge, that you're ruling the room. The second question that reached me was, what is my favorite declutter strategy? Okay, my favorite declutter strategy is actually a mixture of some strategies. You know, the Marie Kondo strategy: if something gives you joy, keep it; if not, throw it out. Yes, that is really a helpful one, because if something causes you to really feel into that, then it will bring you joy. And if you carry on doing that, at one stage you will only have things in your home that will bring you joy. I also like another method, which is the 3-box method of Karen Kingston. And that is really when, for instance, I like to change when I have a wardrobe. Now with the house sitting, I don't actually have one, but with the change of the seasons, I would change my wardrobe. That, for one, really brings different energy in it. And it also gives you the ability to really look through your clothes, look through what you have, and look through what still brings you joy and what you really like. Another possibility also, because we've been moving house quite a bit over the years, is when you're moving house, 3 boxes. 1 box, I will take this with me. 1 box, this definitely goes away. 1 box, I'm not sure. You know, it's kind of those things where it brings me joy, but it doesn't bring me joy, but I have a memory of that, and I want to keep it for that reason. So that goes into the 3rd box, and the 3rd box gets the date on it, the date when it's been packed. And everything that's in this box with the next season change, half a year later, goes straight to the op shop. You know, with the next season change, 1 year later, sorry, if it's still in there, goes to the op shop. So this is the method that I really like. And what people asked me, not today, but how do you start? How do you start decluttering? Well, I personally like to declutter room by room. I take one room and then I start with that one. And by the way, I allow myself one drawer of total chaos, okay, per room. I allow myself one drawer of total chaos, which means if I can't find it, it's probably in that chaos drawer. So there needs to be a little bit of chaos somewhere. I mean, that's my opinion. So I allow myself that. Same in the kitchen. So I go through this room and do exactly that. I look at, okay, what do I want to keep? What definitely can go away? And what goes into a box that goes somewhere? Back home in Germany would go into a cellar, here probably in an attic or into storage or wherever it is. And if it's still in storage after a year and you haven't touched it through the actual season, probably not. And that is my issue with my stuff that's now in storage for 3.5 years, that I can't really unpack it because I know there's so much stuff in there that really needs to go. That really, really needs to go. So at one stage, when we're having a larger house for a house that we're probably bringing the boxes in and start decluttering. But really start in one room, because what happens is you shift the energy. You will find stuff and think, oh, that needs to go into the other room. So you're shifting stuff from your living room, for instance, to your reading room or to your bedroom, or from the bedroom to the living room, or from the bedroom to the storage. And if you, let's say you start with a bedroom, and if you're shifting stuff out of the bedroom, don't worry about where it needs to go in the living room, in the storage or whatever. Just shift it out. So you're shifting the energy already. Okay. So just stay with this one room at a time, and then maybe you want to do the next one. So that is my favorite declutter strategy. And also, if you like, the seasonal change one is really helpful. If you are changing your wardrobe with the seasonal change, you will find stuff that you want to declutter. And that's just what it is. And of course, I always tell people, get rid of stuff that's broken. And if you can't fix it, and that pile of clothing that you want to fix that's lying there for like 2 months already, probably not gonna fix it, eh? So those are some of my favorite declutter strategies. Again, send me your questions for next time. We're gonna do this again next Tuesday, 10:30. And yes, let me know. Oh, here we go. Let me know if there's something more that you would like to know about it, about the Feng Shui and about basic Feng Shui. And I'm going to start the Spot On series soon again. I'm going to have some fun with the Feng Shui, and I'm looking forward to explaining more to you. But you need to let me know what you want to know. Have a fabulous day and a fabulous week. It's a short week, so enjoy that. And see you again next week. Bye.